She's an extraordinary figure, isn't she? And from the Kings Lynn area, and going back all those hundreds of years, she was, for people who don't know, maybe she was a mystic figure, wasn't she? But she was around.
She was an overall. She was an overall legend, basically. She was a mystic, but she also went on pilgrimages, to Palestine, to Turkey, to Italy, to Germany, to France. Before travel, international travel was really done. She had 14 children. She had her own brewery, and made beer. And in the middle of all of that, she managed to invent the English memoir.
Quite an astonishing woman. Someone should have been celebrated a long time ago, and that's what you're obviously doing. But I mean, now that you've got the head of steam up with this, and yes, it's gone against you, the Carnegie Library decision, but can you use this energy maybe to have an alternative plan?
Yes, so absolutely. I think it's important to point out that, we actually did have some significant evidence here. We actually showed that the Garage Trust had their eyes on the Carnegie Library for a very long time, for years. We actually uncovered plans, architectural plans that were put forward by the Garage Trust in 2022, which is, years before the competition took place, years before any consultation took place with the public. And I think that this actually did raise eyebrows with the judge during the proceedings. It wasn't enough to prove kind of procedural unfairness, but I do think that we managed to prove that what regular people would consider an unfair advantage, that there was unfairness. We managed to show that there were definitely elements of unfairness. I think that the learning, I think it's twofold. I think for local government, I think there's a learning about, really doing consultation properly with smaller towns, asking the people, do you want yet another performing arts organization, or do you want a literary organization like you mentioned earlier? And I guess for regional organizations, the Garage Trust is based in Norwich, and for a regional organization kind of branching out into Kings Lynn, I think it raises some questions about how that's done. And I ultimately think it underlines that these kind of things need to be done respectfully.
Well, the judgment was handed down, and you've joined us this morning. James Goodman-Stevens from the Margery Kempe Trust in Kings Lynn. Many thanks.
Many thanks.
Norfolk County Council have told us they welcome the judgments. They say, we now look forward to working closely with the Garage Trust to see the Carnegie building brought to life in a new way that honours its legacy and benefits the people of Kings Lynn. This is Matthew Gudgeon on the air till 10.